again.
And I quote, I would put Pedri at the top of the list. He is magical. It is spectacular to see him play. When you play against him, you understand him better. And that's what he said. And then the quote goes on, top 3, I would go with João Neves, his own teammates at PSG, and Bruno Fernandes. They are both on either side of me, and so is Pedri. So I don't have a top 3, but a top 4. And obviously for some time now we've been having a conversation about who is the best midfielder and whatnot. It's a debate as it stands settled. Prosper, you seem too energetic for this conversation. Let me start with Agogo.
You know, let me just be real, and you see, I always be like Pedri. He's up there,
right?
But if you do compare Pedri with the likes of Bruno, I mean, Bruno is really, really up there, so we should respect Bruno. So me, I don't. Let's. Yeah, you are.
Wait, hold on.
Don't be mindful,
guys. Let me ask.
I don't care because I'm a media boy and I'm used to the space. So you see, with Vitinha, that's his opinion, and with Bruno, I think Bruno is really up there. He's not in the same class with Pedri and Vitinha and the likes of Declan Rice. Because me,
so what class would you put him in? World class?
Bruno. Bruno is really out
of this world. Out of this world.
Yes.
Okay.
Because one, if you have to talk about Bruno, we'll talk about consistency.
Okay.
I won't even add Sporting Lisbon's time or career.
Yeah.
Let me start with Manchester United. We signed Bruno under Ole, I think the year 2021. 2021, yeah.
2020, 2021.
Yes, consistency wise, Bruno has been there. He's giving us numbers. Apart from numbers, he's the core of the team. He's the key player of the team. So consistency wise, I'll give it to Bruno. But with current form, even with current form, someone will be like, oh, Bruno is playing well, but he's not winning anything with Manchester United. Fine, I do agree with that. But let's judge Bruno with what he's doing for Manchester United now. We shouldn't judge him because he's playing for Manchester United.
Okay.
With Pedri, one, he's giving them the trophies. Yeah, he's actually the core, same as the Barcelona team. He's playing well. Vitinha is playing well. But even current form, go to Bruno, go and check his numbers.
I'm going to Bruno to check his numbers.
Oh, I can even give it to you. Like, just the EPO, because you are now playing one tournament. Yes, Manchester United. Then again, someone will be like, Manchester United as a team are not playing well. He's just playing only one tournament. He has about 7 goals, 14 assists. The league is still ongoing. Likely, Bruno can break the EPO all-time record or like a season. So with Bruno, consistency-wise, he's out there.
Yeah.
And with Vitinha, what Vitinha is saying, that's his opinion. That's his opinion. I can't argue with him. He's saying that with his midfielders, Pedri is number 1. He will mention Bruno. He will mention João Neves, and he will add it. So top 5. He won't say top 3. That's his opinion. But if you ask me who is the best midfielder in the world, I will say Bruno. Because I feel like if you compare the likes of Pedri, Declan Rice, and Vitinha to Pedri with Bruno, that's disrespect. Because Bruno is actually up there. He has been doing it for years. With Pedri, when Pedri came into the scene, he was doing it. And at some point, I was like, not just me, all football lovers was like, 17 years, Pedri, we should try and manage his time.
Yeah.
He has been doing it. But level-wise, Bruno has been there. More than there. He has been there. So that's your opinion. You can compare Pedri to Bruno. I don't care. I won't come and argue with you. But start and fact don't lie. And updates don't lie. So I'm done.
Kuzo, see, what's your rebuttal?
He says at the end of his submission. He said at the end of his submission.
I was funny.
While I'm talking, when we were talking, did I talk?
Talk without us.
Okay, I will smile. I will laugh. He said at the end of his submission that fact and what doesn't lie.
Start and update. Add updates.
Updates don't lie. Okay, fine. Statistics in football is not just goals and assists in the first place.
Oh yeah.
And I mean the Pedri Bruno conversation, we've had it twice in the studio, the two of us. But Vitinha, who I put on the same level as Pedri, has just come to reiterate what I was thinking about Pedri, and I made these claims at the beginning of the season, where I said that he and Vitinha, or those two midfielders, are the two in another level, and then there's the Rices and the Rice right next to them. Now, over the last few months, Rice has come into the conversation proper. He's been so crucial for us now. He's a really good midfielder. I call him world class right now because you can mention 5 central midfielders in world football right now better than Declan Rice. It's this season, right now. You can't. You're not going to get it. So that's the definition. He's going to be in the conversation. Fair enough. But when Vitinha says that the top of his list is Pedri, and everybody sees it. Look, I mean, Posco's just needed one game to see it, right? And in the rebuttal to what Agogo said about the start and Bruno's numbers being crazy, Scott McTominay was Serie A player of the season last year.
Yeah.
Okay, McTominay, player of the season. Goal contributions, McTominay had a lot. True or false, Derek? True.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the presence McTominay or the impact McTominay has on the game is more than what a Toni Kroos, who have 3 goals, who have.
No.
True or false?
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
Hey! Go with your pure mouth. When we were talking, I didn't say thing.
Let him learn.
When we were talking, I didn't say thing. Zidane can play an entire season. Can have 6 goals, 3 assists. But even Xavi, who would have 20 assists, the highest before Lionel Messi came to equal it in 2020 in La Liga's history.
Yeah.
Even Xavi, that will have those numbers, right? Will come and say that what Zidane is higher than him. In 2009, Xavi had what 10 goals and he had 30 assists. That's 40 goal contributions. He finished 3rd in the Ballon d'Or. He won the treble. He won the sextuple. Doesn't mean that the 2009 Xavi you saw, who was so good, he himself is telling you Zidane is better than him. He's telling you. So, when we're comparing midfielders of different positions too, and I know that this season Bruno's played deeper.
Yeah.
But when he played deeper, it's so evident that his team was struggling. He could give them goals and assists, but he could not control the game from even deep.
You are talking about...
Relax. Relax. How good? You see Pedri in the number 10. He won't give you the numbers anywhere close to the numbers Bruno give you as a 10.
That's true.
Fair, let's give Bruno the credit for that. Yeah. He's the better 10 between the two.
This in the Manchester.
I go. Now,
super average players.
I go. Now, you look at Pedri. What he does now as a number 8, as a controller.
Yeah.
I can tell you in world football right now, no midfielder does. No midfielder can do what Pedri does as a number 8 in world football right now. Nobody is close. You see first, and you see Vitinha, he does what he does best as the 6.
Yeah.
As the pivot.
Yeah.
With Neves and Fabian above him. And sometimes, based on how they press, he advances and then they drop deeper based on how PSG want to play. But even this season, PSG's performance have not even been up there. But Vitinha is still performing. He's still there.
If you compare it to last season,
he's to the latter part of last season, the second bit of last season, he's still there. But Pedri does things that blows your mind. The amount of control he exerts on the game right now, there is no midfielder anywhere. And for Vitinha, who was ranked 3rd in the Ballon d'Or last year, whilst Pedri finished 11th, and I don't know where Bruno was. Now, for Vitinha to finish 3rd and to say, and then if you look at the Ballon d'Or rankings in the top 3, the first was a Dembele, the second was a Yamal, and the third was a midfielder, who was Vitinha.
Yeah.
So per the rankings last year, that was the best midfielder in the world. For him to say the top of his list is Pedri, for the greatest midfielder, arguably, in the history of Manchester United, Paul Scholes, to say the best midfielder in the world is Pedri. For so many legends of the game, it's not just about what they are saying, but it's also about what we watch with our eyes.
Yeah, the eye test.
I tell you what, he's not just the best midfielder in the world, he's the best player in the world. I told Agogo this. I'm telling you, and I'm saying it here. What can cut it and put on social media? He's not just the best midfielder in the world, he's the best player in the world, right? Look, today, if I sit and down in his office, in your office, and I tell you well, you ain't got an office in the office, sorry, and I tell you this is a ticket, and this is money. You have a chance. Everybody listening to me, you have a chance to go to Europe. You're a Ghanaian. You're in Africa, wherever you are. You have a chance to either watch your team play or watch a Champions League game or what the finalissima is coming. Whatever between Argentina and Spain, Yamal might come up against Messi. You have a chance to pay money to watch one footballer. and we are giving you the money for free, or you're using your own hard-earned money for years to go and pay to watch one footballer, the best in the world in your eyes. I don't think a lot of people pay to watch Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes. I can tell you for sure. I think a lot of people pay money to watch a Lamine Yamal. I think a lot of people pay money to watch a Pedri.
But it's arguable.
It's arguable. No, that's fair. That's fair, and everybody in their opinion. But I'm telling you that we need to return football to where winning Bono. You are the one that we want to. We need to return the Ballon d'Or to who, and that's why in 2023 Haaland deserved it though. You can't tell me the numbers of Haaland in 2023 were no more than Messi,
right?
Or even the numbers of Lewandowski in 2021. Now in 2020, Lewandowski won all 6 trophies under Hans Flick. Won the treble, won the Champions League. Was so close to breaking the record of Ronaldo if we had home and away games, if not for COVID, in the Champions League. He would have had it all in the numbers. You understand? But it doesn't mean that even if he won a Ballon d'Or, Lewandowski as a player will be anywhere near what Iniesta would give or add to this game of football. Dembele is won a Ballon d'Or. It doesn't mean he's better than Neymar.
True.
Dembele might have a season where he has so many really good numbers and everything. But if you look back at some of the wingers we've had in the history of the game,
you say he's not the best.
Miles ahead of him. If Jeremy Doku today, if he wasn't getting injured with your Manchester City, was giving the assists and was giving the goals, and City win everything, and maybe they go into a World Cup and Belgium reach a semis, which I don't think they will, but something happened, he'll be in a conversation. They'll put him in the top 3. You know that. But doesn't mean that Jeremy Doku on a left wing is more devastating than the David Villa. You can have that conversation. So a player can have more numbers. And the numbers like we're talking is beyond goals. And Bruno is world class. In all of these things I'm saying, it's not like he's not there. He's there. Top 3 midfielders. He's there. He's elite. He's there. He's shown the consistency. If you want to go Pedri, Bruno, last 7 years consistency, Bruno go lash Pedri. But we're talking about now, right now, the now of football. It's Vitinha and Pedri. Those two boys, they are the best midfielders in the world. And I tell you what, if Pedri is absent for Barcelona for 6 months, they win nothing. I can tell you. Any real Barca, anybody who supports Barcelona through and through, you can have Lamine on, you can have Rafinha on, you can have, look, if you play Frankie de Jong, we saw Frankie de Jong at the Stamford Bridge, and I'm not here to bash de Jong in any way. You saw Frankie de Jong at Stamford Bridge with Eric Garcia next to him until the red card in the 39th or 36th minute. What was Frankie de Jong doing? What dominance was he exerting in the game? You saw Frankie de Jong when he's played with Casado. Immediately, you saw Frankie de Jong with Casado against Atletico Madrid in the first half. They took Casado off at halftime. Before halftime, 36 minutes, he was off. Why? Because if you put de Jong next to any profile, it doesn't mean the profile succeeds. But I tell you what, put Pedri next to anybody, that person will look good. If you put Bernal next to Pedri, or Bobo, you put Pedri next to Casado.
It happened last
every single pivot or whoever you go put, whoever, if it's a plumber, can you put him next to Pedri, you will play well in football.
Hey, plumber.
If it's a plumber, you look good. Pedri will make him look good. He's the core of the team. The only one season since 2021 where he stayed fit. Barca won a domestic treble. And we're 1 game away from a champion. They would have won a quadruple. Everything PSG won last season, but for the Champions League, Barca could have won because Pedri had just 1 fit season. That's the best player in the world. Look, by a mile, see, I even forgot to send Andam the voice of Ablekuma. Is it Ablekuma Lace or whatever? Or Lee? Oh, what's the name of that guy? Nana Lace. I'll give it to Wadud.
To Wadud.
Or Iniesta. If you go to my pinned tweet on Twitter, Wadud is there. Or Iniesta. See, I mean, he's not at Iniesta's level, but I mean, the emphasis is on the fact that he's a magnificent footballer. Vitinha said he's magic. I don't see a lot of footballers right now that somebody at home will be like, I love this. Like, I love this player. I would love to pay money. I'll save money for years. I'll save money for months to go and watch this footballer. They're just very few in football. Very, very, very few. And I tell you what, Bruno can give so many goals and assists. So many goals and assists. Aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's nowhere near Don Gonzalez right now.
But Pops, I have a question for you, Prosper. In terms of the ceiling he has, that is Pedri, everybody knows is high up there. Ahead of him in the pecking order within the Spanish national team, of course, you mentioned the Xavis and the Iniestas. Do you think that by the end of his career, he might have or possibly could outclass them?
The only thing stopping Pedri, he needs to win the World Cup with Spain. Spain have a great squad. I'm going to go there. He needs to win the World Cup. He needs to win the Champions League. But not just that. He just doesn't need to win the World Cup and the Champions League. He needs to dominate those competitions in a row. Because Xavi did it in 2008, 2010,
that
2012.
period, yeah.
So he's just not. If he wants to go beyond Xavi and years, and he has a lot of time. 10 years from now, Pedri will be 33.
Yeah.
And could still give the world 3 years of
more brilliance,
or 2 years of more football. But he's going to have to be fit, and he's going to have to be the guy or that midfielder that after 10, 11, 12 years breaks the boundary for Barcelona to win the Champions League again. If he does that, he goes on to win 2, 3, 4, 5 champions, then that is where he can be in the conversation. Because what Xavi and Iniesta have done in football, it's just so high, remarkably high. But in terms of talent-wise, in terms of ability-wise, I mean, Iniesta and Xavi were really good when they were young. But so is Pedri. Yeah.
Derek, let me bring you in, possibly to decide the whole debate. If not, to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm actually even going to touch on the question you asked. This debate, Pedri, Bruno, who is the best midfielder in the world. This is like the third time you're having this here off air.
It will not go away.
It will never go away. And I say, for there, and another player can come out tomorrow and say that Bruno is the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah.
You understand? So these are all based on.
But Derek, do you know that? Do you know that when a Google says that, or when somebody comes to ask me on my Twitter page that, is it because Vitinha says that Pedri is the best in the world, so because of that he's the best in the world? No.
Oh no.
That's his opinion. But it heavily matters. You know why? If you're in a Ballon d'Or podium, we're about to give the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And you interview Yamal, who's on the podium, who is likely to win it, and he tells you, I think the best player in the world is Dembele. It matters. You know why?
Oh, yeah,
because the person speaking is on the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it's on the podium. So if they ask a Theo Walcott, or they ask a
Michael Richards,
who the best midfielder in the world is, and he says Bruno, that's okay. That's his opinion. But when they ask a Steven Gerrard, when they ask a Xavi, when they ask a Pel, when they ask a Zidane, if Zidane speaks about a midfielder right now, it should hold value.
Yeah.
So when Paul Scholes says Pedri is the best player in the world, it holds value. When Vitinha says Pedri is the best midfielder in the world, it holds value because they are in the conversation. They have been in the conversation of the best. They are one of the best we've seen in the game.
Yeah, I think that was where exactly I was just trying to go to. I was even coming to cite an example with Ronaldo Messi.
Yeah.
Imagine Ronaldo comes up and says that
Messi is the best player in the world.
Whatever.
What do you think Ronaldo fans would do?
You understand?
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, they are the two people in the conversation. And if he puts him ahead of him, it holds, as Prosper said, it should hold water. However, I'm just saying that maybe if it were to be a three-way side, maybe a Messi, Ronaldo, and maybe Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho can also come up and say that Ronaldo is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm just going ahead to say that maybe Xavi and Iniesta, they've not really come out. For all you know, Xavi comes out and says that Bruno is the best player in the world.
Oh,
now,
say that.
I'm just saying. I
know.
Now, then it becomes as though Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes.
Your man, they mentioned names the likes of Paul Scholes, and I told him that KDB also mentioned Bruno as his best midfielder.
This season.
Oh, no,
I said last season.
No, so we are having a conversation of the now. That's been the emphasis of the conversation.
And you, the same guy, you are using Paul Scholes, right? Fine, you are using Paul Scholes. If I should ask you, will you agree with KDB last season that Bruno is the best midfielder in the world? Will you agree with him?
We agree with him that last season, that KDB candidly state on the record that Bruno Fernandes is the best midfielder in the world.
EPL.
That was the conversation.
Okay.
You will go with you. I'll go.
Well, of course, there is no way that I know KDB.
No, but Derek.
KDB won't pick Pedri over.
So to the whole conversation about Pedri, Vitinha, Bruno, I think it's a debate that will go on and on. But the only thing I want to say is that looking at the age of Bruno and the age of Pedri, if there is that comparison, I mean, it speaks much of Pedri. He has that potential to reach that consistency that Bruno has been giving us. You understand? So as you said, they are both right in their own ways when it comes to consistency, and then consistency really matters. If you are being if you want me to put you as the best, you have to be consistent. And once one is more consistent than the other, the person has every right to say that he is better. So you understand? So both of them are right. So but I just want to touch on the Iniesta Xavi question you asked. I think it's a very interesting question, and Pedri has all the ceiling to reach and go above and beyond what Xavi and Iniesta.
But it's actually a very tall order.
Yes, that's why I say he has the potential and the ceiling and whatever that, whatever word you can use for Pedri.
Yeah.
However, it is there are some things he has to meet them. He has to win a Champions League of at least 2, win a World Cup, be consistent. And then the problem I will have with him not being able to do that is because Xavi and Iniesta were there at the same time. And for you to get someone who will be on that same wavelength as you, to be able to play.
Let's go. No, pause. Let's go.
Fiesta, ope fiesta, ope fiesta, ope fiesta, yeah,
oh my God! Oh,
Me too. I have a new song that Mayama Bruno.
Sing your Ochi Bruno.
Oh no.
Charlie,
I used the video song. Yeah.
I've seen it on social media.
Matthias Ikunya.
Let's give it a flow. No. I love moment like this. I go. Let's give it a flow. For just 1 minute. Let the listeners enjoy it. Let's go.
No. All of a sudden you make your man shy.
Yeah. Oh, I make you shy. Iniesta. Look, Pedri is just too good. Pedri, on a serious note.
So I think as I was saying, the Pedri, if he gets someone like Xavi, and you see how Xavi had Iniesta, and they were literally playing together at the national team and in the same team Barcelona. So they knew each other and they made each other better. You understand? They complemented each other.
That Spain team was just too good.
So they held each other's hand to get to the highest pedestal. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you want to, that's why people are the school of thought that if Lampard and Gerrard played in the same team,
they would have been way better.
In England they would have been way better. But because the only time they were playing together was
for the national team.
At
that time the rivalry was crazy.
You understand? So that's why when you are doing the Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Iniesta, you see that either Iniesta will always be put ahead of these 3 players. You understand? Because he has the other accolades to back him. Then all that were as a result of someone who was backing him virtually in all everywhere he played. So if Pedri gets someone, and unfortunately he's not going to get. He is not getting.
That someone was supposed to be Gavi. But
De Jong is doing
no. Frankie De Jong is not. It's not.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if someone like Gavi was the one who was looking
slightly,
who was going to make that Xavi Iniesta kind of vibe. Once you are not able to get that partnership, and there's just one person, it will really, really take a while. Like he has to go above and beyond to be able to enter that conversation of Iniesta and Xavi.
I think that's one of the reasons why Bruno wanted João Neves at Man United.
You understand?
When Neves pop up onto the scene. Because if he had João Neves and they want to go to the national team he's
playing with him.
It will be big for Portugal. Very big.
So I mean, I
think this World Cup is when we'll see them actually play.
They played against Spain in the Nations League final. They won it. They won it. But
this is a very interesting question, and I think we have diverse opinions on next. But I think everybody might be right. We just have to give Pedri 5-6 years to see what happens. But sitting here right now, currently, I don't think he would surpass them. Unless there are like.
But do you think he will surpass Bruno's current level by the time he's 30,
if he plays like this for the next 5-6 years, I think he's going to. After 5 years, if he plays at this level after 5 years, I don't think anybody will sit anywhere and compare Bruno to Pedri. But right now, it is a very valid conversation.
Oh yeah,
because for all you know, next season Pedri might just fall off. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
Then that fall off, unless he be injured.
That's what I'm saying. So once he falls off and he comes on and goes off, you cannot at the end of the day just be comparing Pedri to Bruno, because I will just always bring in that consistency vibe.
Yeah,
you understand. So and then
I think it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it would. So this conversation there. When you leave it to the callers, everybody will come and see whatever they want to see, and then. So I think
what dude?
The eye test man this year is coming to.
Charlie, what the Pedri there? Pedri, what I could talk about Pedri? Charlie, legends na Canada. They never come you.
Oh, Chila, legend na Canada now.
Play me Berbatov on Pedri. Berbatov. Pedri.
Top 5 midfielders.
So, this is Scholes.
This is Paul Scholes.
Then it be the sound. Oh, so you let's take it again. There's a part he mentioned something.
Alright, so I think we've got it now.
Top 5 midfielders.
Alright, so it's not this audio.
There
Okay.
was a mistake when I was copying the file. I mean, what Berbatov says something. He doesn't fight with the ball.
Yeah.
Pedri. He doesn't like it be simple. Like the way he plays the football, it's simple. And if you put 1,000 people on the planet right now, Bruno, Pedri, 950, they will choose Pedri.
Are you saying this because you're the eye test pundit?
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying if you put Bruno, because on the ball, oh, Pedri.
That's true.
This is not saying because Vitinha mentioned Bruno too.
Yeah.
But he said Pedri is top. That's what I'm saying. If you put players like Pedri, if you put Iniesta and Lampard right now in the world, let's do a survey right now.
Yeah.
1,000 people. 80% will choose Iniesta. Because on our show, like, it doesn't mean Lampard is a bad player.
Yeah.
And I've already said it that it will take something extraordinary for Pedri not to go down as one of the greatest footballers of all time.
One of the extraordinary things will not win in the Champions League with Barca.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but
And possibly the World Cup with Spain.
Possibly, because the trajectory is going on. Obviously, next summer Spain will be one of the
favorites, yeah,
to win the World Cup. And I've already said next year by the end of the World Cup, everyone will be a believer. Pedri, everybody go believe because this is the World Cup where everyone is going to watch. This one, we will leave the PR to the rival fans. They will be the one. Them they go praise Pedri.
So you leave it to people like Agogo.
They go can't talk about Pedri.
And I think even Madrid fans cruise like
we will talk about retire.
Charlie.
We will talk sir retire. It be Madrid fans and things they go can't talk. And you see, when you are, it's just like when I go saying statistics that now Bellingham and Pedri don't go fit chat to Bellingham when it comes to statistics.
Yeah.
But if you right now, if you go and stand somewhere and say people go laugh at you. If you go and compare Pedri and Bellingham right now, people will laugh at you that Charlie, what kind of comparison are you doing? Because even Madrid fans are saying we need a player like Pedri.
Yeah.
Why do you need a player like Pedri when Bellingham is giving you 20 goals and assists in a season? Because you need a controller in midfield. So with Pedri, Charlie, we talk I mean I've already said that.
Seems like
watching Pedri is better than having this thing.
So I think we.
Hey, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Watching Pedri is better than what?
Hold on. I think we've got the audio and the soundbite from Berbatov. Abeku. Can we have it?
Players are out there that you look at and you go, that's why I watch football.
When I watch something, even if he's not a big name, a household name, if I see him that he have that eye for the pass, knows where the space is, when the ball gets to him, he already know what to do. He's not fighting with the ball, one of the most important
Pedri.
things. Yeah. And I watched Spain, Bulgaria, and you can see the ease from which
Pedri, yeah?
he's controlling the ball, and that factor of not rushing.
You know, with Berbatov,
You know what to do. Don't worry.
Yeah, the game just slows down when the ball goes to him.
Obviously, these type of players, they know when to switch off, when to switch on. And even when the ball comes to his feet, you see the calmness and the belief and how they touch and control the ball. It's what I want to see in football. Because it shows you he knows what to do.
I think Berbatov is speaking from the point where he loves to see players do what he himself used to do.
No, but he said Pedri, a player like Pedri is the reason why he will watch football right now.
Yeah, but that's true too.
Can we listen to the scores? I want to listen to the scores.
So okay,
You want to listen to the
Yeah,
scores?
but just I think he's a big brain in football. Let's listen to the scores.
Okay, Abeku.
Top 5 midfielders.
So, Frankie de Jong, Barcelona. I loved watching technical players. I'd have him as number 5. McAllister, I thought he was brilliant last year for Liverpool. He was brilliant, controlled everything. Number 3, Vitinha, PSG, clever player. He was sensational. The second one, let's go for Rodri. He was by far the best midfielder that year when he won the Ballon d'Or, controlled everything. And I think that's probably why City are struggling a little bit at this minute to keep the ball. He's not quite up to speed physically. He's key to the way Pep Guardiola's teams play. And there's no doubt about it. He does it for Spain as well. So again, another controlling midfield player. He does everything.
Yeah.
And number 1's Pedri.
Wow. Yeah, exactly like Xavi.
He was like Xavi and Iniesta in one.
Yeah.
He could beat a man. And again, we're not talking about legs. We're talking about the brain of a footballer. Sometimes he's in tight situations. The way he gets out of it by a little 1-2 or a little drop of the shoulder. The technique was brilliant. He just took complete control of the game.
Yeah.
Charlie.
in tight situations. The kind of. I think for Poskos won the Premier League for 30. He won the Premier League 13 times. And when Carragher and Michael Richards found out about it, they were screaming. You won the Premier League 30. How many Premier League teams have 13 Premier League titles?
Yes, Arsenal.
Only Arsenal. Arsenal. So Arsenal. Arsenal,
So
Liverpool, and then Man United.
Yeah.
Right. And he won 13. Giggs won a lot. They won a lot too.
Yeah.
For him to say those things, I mean, they watch it keenly, right? And I mean, it's their opinion. That's fair. And their opinion is not a fact. But when someone like that speaks, when Toni Kroos speaks about the game and says that he doesn't think there's any midfielder in the game right now who surpasses Pedri, you have to give some credit to that.
It's like Einstein complimenting maybe the Wright brothers, saying that they are brilliant in terms of like their ingenuity in their mind. It's similar in
Why
that.
they bring your science things for here?
Oh, you
they do sports, Einstein like that is
I think
yeah, but I get it.
It's true.
It's true. I mean, Bruno is extraordinary, right? Me, I know about some pay me made me thing, but I think that if Pedri walks into this United team, he elevates them by a mile.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think 3 minutes to kick off the game between Spurs and Crystal Palace. And we'll be keeping a close eye on that game. The players are currently in the town of Mickey van der Ven leading out the Spurs team. And Dean Henderson also doing the same for Crystal Palace. But we still have the conversation of which we are trying to settle. Wadu?
Yeah, so let me just wrap. I don't want you to sound like it's a disrespect to Bruno. If Bruno then Pedri meet, you know what gets some of the ball play. If Bruno like then
But they met.
But the man, and he didn't get some of the ball.
Oh, you don't get.
He didn't touch the ball. He didn't get some of the ball. Hey, but you don't watch that final. The Nations League final. It was when Pedri went off.
Pedri no day.
Pedri was not played. Pedri was not available. Pedri was injured. He was injured. He was injured the 2 matches. He was injured.
I'm coming.
What are you saying?
He play?
In the Nations League final when the two met, Pedri means he assisted in the final.
Yeah.
The dominance was there. Once they took off Fabian Ruiz, the 2 legs.
He heads first leg.
Once they took off,
Which year?
it's 2022-2023.
Yeah.
Once they
What's
took
the
off,
continue?
what's the name of the Spanish coach?
De La Fuente.
They vex me. Once they took him, once he took Pedri, and then he took Pedri off like 70 minutes in, and 60 minutes. He took the two of them off at once. Pedri and Fabian Ruiz. He took them off.
Yeah.
And then Bruno and the rest. Bruno, João Neves, and Vitinha began to dictate the game well.
Listen.
Joanna,
Yes.
Statsman, I'm here.
Carry on.
So Pedri versus Bruno Fernandes in the Europa League. 2 legs. He played 1 match. He played 41
is it
minutes.
Europa
He played
League?
41 minutes.
Yeah, that's
He played the first half of the tie and he was off.
When he was off, Vein.
And even the game he played, it was a
He had Vein. I want that game out. Jubilee off. Really squeeze him out like orange.
The game he played wasn't
Really,
a 2-2. Wasn't a 2-2 draw at the company.
Yeah,
he was off in the first half. Safe. He was off.
half was That game first half was 0-0.
Like the first.
Yeah, first leg.
Yeah, he was off.
Why? In the world right now, there's no midfielder that can dominate Pedri. Probably maybe Vitinha when PSG meets Barca. But when Spain meets Portugal, he cannot dominate Pedri.
But we saw.
He cannot dominate Pedri. See,
But this season we saw the.
But he just mentioned that probably at PSG. Yeah, go.
One of the reasons why even at Spain Pedri doesn't see more of the ball is De La Fuente. How do you have Zubimendi or Rodri, Pedri than Fabian Ruiz? Then Pedri is more advanced than Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah, he likes to use Pedri more advanced. He doesn't want to use him.
Let Pedri be deep. Let Fabian Ruiz, because Fabian Ruiz has more eye for goals.
Yeah.
So when he's advanced, Pedri will create more chances. Fabian Ruiz will score. So Portugal, Spain at the 70th minute they are changing Pedri and then Fabian Ruiz. That was when Vitinha even saw some of the ball.
Yeah. That game there we remember.
You see Vitinha for the game is that Bruno played that game.
Yeah, he played.
Charlie.
He played. But towards the end of the game, Portugal really came into it.
Just this
last year's.
I'm talking about this Nations League final, the one that you know go see him for the game inside self. So I mean, this World Cup, the whole world, everybody will be a believer in Pedri and Lamine Yamal. And I probably let's come to the question of the Xavi Iniesta. It will be hard because you see, like
You think it would be hard for him to surpass them?
like
Derek
said, Pedri and then Iniesta. See, it will always be nostalgia because even if Pedri does something grand, Pedri they
always compare him to
You can't take them
Iniesta.
out of your mind.
Yeah.
So it'll be very hard for someone like Pedri to surpass them. But Lamine Yamal, he's going to end up as the greatest Spanish footballer ever.
Oh, Massa, who Pesadia no?
Lamine Yamal, 18 years.
Who Pesadia?
He already has Euros. He also led them to the Euros. If he leads them to who is Spain's greatest footballer?
Xavi is their greatest player ever.
Lamine will surpass them because he's an attacker. He has an advantage over them.
He has a lot to
You
do.
get it?
He has a lot to do.
So if he continues this way, he
gets one Ballon d'Or, he's over. If he gets one Ballon d'Or,
No. The Spanish football ranks is different.
Suarez.
The Spanish they have Luis
No,
Suarez,
I'm
but
just saying.
it doesn't infuriate because Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. Nobody thinks he's better than Xavi and Iniesta.
So the advantage
the Ballon d'Or is
of
not
No, I'm saying
over
for
them
the
because he's an
for
attacker.
Lamine.
Lamine is what I'm talking about. Once he gets that, and Spain stays good, the next 2 years they get
I still
the
don't
World
think
Cup.
I still don't think so, and I don't want to play the racist card, but
Yeah.
you know how Spanish football is.
Yeah,
and they regard and
but
even
sometimes it becomes too clear.
even a
It becomes too
Casillas,
clear.
even a Casillas
Yeah.
is seen as one of the Casillas, Raúl, David Villa. These guys are seen as serious Spanish emblems. They are. Lamine is gonna have to dominate, win the Euros, win the Euros twice, win the World Cup, win Nations League titles, win Champions League titles.
Possibly golden boots. And
Yes,
whatnot.
and a lot of Ballon d'Ors. Maybe if he wins like 2, 3, 4 Ballon d'Ors, then he enters the conversation.
Yeah.
But if
No, he don't go enter. He go past them.
then he might pass them. Yeah, if he enters, if he gets 3 or 4 Ballon d'Ors, then he'll be
So I mean,
he'll be termed as
so I mean,
maybe the
point
biggest
is,
Spanish
he's
player.
the one who can surpass them, not because Pedri. It will be like same midfielders. The nostalgia will beat Pedri. But I mean, I'm an attacker. If he achieves a lot, obviously he's going to end up as. And I mean, for me, I think in my conviction, I think he will surpass them all. He will end up being the greatest.
What about Dean Hudson and
Charlie, this thing make us come. If the World Cup, the African no call Eric Garcia, me the name. If you call Dean Hudson go World Cup, the Eric Garcia.
no be the easy stuff. The other one, Asensio against Osasuna. Asensio against Osasuna.
I watched that game.
But there was zero threat from the left side of it.
He's still sliding. Up to now, he's still sliding.
Yeah.
And
You know what I mean? Because if you look at one thing about Spanish defense, I'm sure you play experience and then experience with a young player. So it's going to be either Emerick Laporte or Lenormand, then someone.
He likes Lenormand a lot.
But if Lenormand, Laporte also goes to the World Cup, he might play Lenormand and Laporte, which I think will be.
They will score them 50.
Will be
They will score them
because
50.
Ali, play Kubasi
Yeah.
and Laporte or Lenormand. Simple.